That was a hella hard one. Welcome to Indoor Outdoor episode 7 with my friend.
It's because he hit the chain. It's like
bang bang. 300. How old are you, Chief Keith? 300. With my good friend Nelson, aka Dialect.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
I'm still a bit angry about the loss that we took in the playgrounds of Melbourne today in the basketball court.
This is the magic of video. We can edit these situations out.
We can, but we got to give the people the truth.
Yeah. Look, I haven't been in the gym. Like, I've been watching more basketball than playing. My shot wasn't working.
Yeah. That's all right.
That's all right. You know, we move forward.
You're coming back next week.
I'm coming back.
That'll give you the fire.
Yeah,
to get back in the gym and shoot.
Because they were nice guys, I was even angrier.
Yeah.
No, it was fun, but like.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like.
We should have won.
We should have won. That was terrible.
Well,
the second game we won.
We got to 11, but 11 then we did the gentleman's.
Yeah. They were like, "Oh, you win," and then I was like. In my heart, I was like, I could take this, but I was like, look, you got to win by 2.
Yeah.
And then we fucking did ourselves. So.
Yeah, and then I missed a layup, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, shit. Anyway.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the podcast, man.
Pleasure. Thank you for asking me. Like, it's nice.
We're all friends. It's beautiful. So you came over here to do some music, from my understanding. I haven't even really talked to you about it, but that's usually what you come over here for.
Usually, I just sort of I have a nice situation in Adelaide. I don't know why. I probably should have made them. I don't know. Maybe I should have moved to Melbourne, but I just have a nice setup home.
Yeah.
Cheap rent.
Yeah. Adelaide's a sick city, man.
Yeah, and I've got.
Shout out to all the beautiful Adelaide girls as well.
My family, my friends.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
And I'm comfortable there, but I get so much done here. But I'm always coming back and forth. So I came here to sort of record. Work on.
Who'd you record with?
I recorded at Quasi's.
Yeah.
My boy.
Shout out Quasi. I think we're gonna get Quasi and Hefner on here, if not next, but probably before the 10th episode, I would say.
Quasi's the man. Like.
He's the man. So is Hefner.
So yeah, I recorded that. It was some stuff, and then I recorded some stuff for Must. Because we've been working together, so yeah.
Say what's his full name, just so everyone.
Must Volkov.
Yeah, and you've done a lot of.
Yeah, we've done a fair bit now.
Yeah, and he put out a compilation album a couple months ago.
Yeah, it just came out like a couple weeks. Aquanaut is.
Is that what it's called, Aquanaut?
Yeah, it's cool. Crazy.
I need to download it.
Oh, he's just killing it.
His production's really nice.
It's amazing, and like he just has perfect blend with the UK dudes and. He's just got it on, and the visuals. It's like it's professional.
So he does the beats and the videos.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Does he do the videos?
He does the vids too.
Well, it could have been cool if we had him on with you.
Yeah.
But maybe next time because there's no rule that says you can't come back.
Yeah. On. I'm sure we're gonna have more music coming together, but we did the 245s, and it's just a pleasure to connect with talented people, man. It's like I always feel like it's just like punching above your weight when you're hanging around guys like that. It's like. Oh shit, you make beats and you rap and you do the video and you bring these artists together. It's just like that inspires, that's like what makes you go to sleep at night thinking how lucky you are to be around like working with people like this,
Yeah. But he obviously recruited you because your pen game's crazy. He sees a lot in that, so like,
exactly. It's
I know you're being humble, but you kill his beats, so
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we have fun.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, man.
So you came over, you shot a video, you did some songs with him, you recorded with Quasi, and then you're back to the ADL. The City of the Churches tomorrow.
The City of the Churches where we do our work. Yeah, I got to... I'm actually shooting a video tomorrow back home.
Oh, sick. You're grinding.
Yeah, we got to stay working. It's so for a different project I'm working on back home, and then... then back to work like DJ. I actually took tonight off, so hope my.
Did you lie to them?
Nah, I got someone to cover.
Oh,
they were
cool.
all right. So
I thought you must have said like I'm sick, and then like because this podcast is real big.
Yeah.
Then they just saw it, and then they're like, "Fuck."
It'll be like team like
when it's getting screened in the middle of the city.
Carl Stefanovic will be talking about it. Nah. Anyway, I got work Thursday to Sunday.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of like.
I've seen you DJ before in Adelaide when I've come there.
Yeah.
I was real drunk. You're sober, obviously, and I think Tom and I just got into some mischief.
Oh yeah.
And his shirt was ripped, and we were just like drunk, man.
Not my shirt, your shirt.
No, Tom's shirt.
Yeah.
Like, for those that don't know at home, I guess I can tell the story.
It's up to you. I wasn't involved.
Well, Tom and I got into some unsavory conduct with some
German
security
club?
guards. Yeah, the German club. And then we came, and then I don't want to put, I don't mind telling my story, but
you tell your story if you want, man.
no, it's all good. But we got into a fight with some security guards at a German club in Adelaide. It was a hot night. There was a lot of beer.
It's a bad recipe, man.
Yeah, it was a bad recipe. I'm pretty sure I was like, you're not smoking weed at the moment, but it was like when I was heavily smoking weed and like because I was hanging with Tom or whatever, I just hadn't been smoking weed. I had like 3 days off.
Yeah.
So like 3 days off the weed and then dead on the piss in like a 35-degree heat. It's a recipe for disaster.
Oh, man.
But anyway, we ran in. I just remember us being like, Nelson, and you were just like, what's wrong with you guys? Not in like, you didn't say that.
If I ever seem like that, it's just...
No, I'm like that when my fucking idiot friends are doing idiotic shit. It's just like a lot of sensory overload.
Yeah, it's just like, whoa, I'm at work and like, okay, well, and it's funny, but it's like, hold on, I actually gotta mix this next track.
Yeah.
Like, just give me 5 seconds, then like.
So when you DJ, you use all vinyl, huh?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll do a Serato or USB thing.
You ain't got no fucking dialect in your Serato.
Yeah, I've never heard that. I've had requests for lots of things, but never my own stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Nah, it's cool. It's I play records and yeah. So no, I'm not like.
You're not trying to be the cut master Nels.
I wanted to. That's how I started. Like I wanted to DJ.
Dude, I wish I was like getting this DJ cash, like knew how to DJ. Like it's such a good hustle.
Oh yeah, it's
like you're just playing music, you know what I mean? Chilling in the bar, good environment. Like that one that you work at. What's the one that I came to? That I don't know if you remember.
It
was like up some stairs. It was real swanky.
The Rumbler.
That place is nice, man.
Yeah, and they let me play hip hop, and it's fun. Anytime that I get the feeling of like, this is work, I just have to remind myself that it's fun to play music.
Dudes are literally like breaking bricks and shit.
I was breaking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I know I did enough of that. I was like, I mean, it was fun, but it was a good job. But
hard physical labor.
It's hardcore, man. Like I respect to anyone like putting that down. It's tough. It's a tough gig.
You know what trips me out? The tradies that like get up, go to some sort of like skits work physical tradie job, and then come home and go to the gym. I'm just like, you are a machine, dude.
Yeah, or like play footy twice a week. Then I was like going home just
eating and then falling asleep.
falling asleep. But that's just that's they're just physically locked in.
Yeah, over time, like you build up that's days of just being able to like
power it out.
Yeah. So yeah, you've been rapping as long as you can remember, kind of thing.
More or less, man. Like not as long as I can.
Okay, this is a good question. If I do say so myself, might be a shit question.
That's a big build up. Man.
What is your favorite ice cream? Vegan ice cream. That isn't actually a question.
Was that the question?
No.
What is my favorite vegan ice cream?
Yeah. Obviously, because you're vegan.
Dude, there's this spot in Sydney, Gelato Blue. They better give me some free ice cream for this.
My friend took me there when I was in Sydney, legit. And they have the craziest ice cream there, man.
So
it's
it's crazy. So when I started going there, it's on King Street. They had one section which was like the vegan ice creams, and they were all dope. And then there's a restaurant across the way, Gigi's, which is dope, pizza. And then they switched their menu to all vegan. And then it's like Osmosis or something in Sydney. Gelato Blue went all vegan. Rah, they got dope ice cream.
What's the best?
What's the best one? Like, I don't know. You can't, Hokey Pokey.
Hokey Pokey.
Come on.
Hokey Pokey. So the question I was going to...
The name.
Hokey Pokey's lit. It's like the...
How could I not order a Hokey Pokey?
In New Zealand, Hokey Pokey is like... I don't know if I'm talking out my ass, but I'm pretty sure. In New Zealand, Hokey Pokey is like the most popular ice cream flavour.
In New Zealand?
Random fact.
Fact check.
So,
what's the most popular ice cream in New Zealand?
Can you fact check that for us? My question was going to be, when was Dialect created?
Wow.
Like, do you remember making this?
He was made...
Because my rap name when I was a kid was Decent.
Decent.
D-cent.
That's rough. That's like a real That's like a real early graph, tag sort of vibe to it.
The kids weren't. The
They
kids were
weren't
cruel. They were cruel.
Decent.
Yeah, it was whack.
I like it.
I might change it back.
I was formed
P-Zo.
P-Zo. The hyphens are pretty cool.
Real Jay-Z.
Jay-Z vibes. Yeah, how was it? When was Dialect formed?
And when did you...
Lifetimes ago, man. I don't know.
Well, your body, it would have been over 7 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And your whole body...
Hold on. I think maybe... I remember first writing rhymes and Scripture was my first MC name. Spelled Skrypcha.
That's some real Adelaide-ish shit.
Yeah, and then I think because everyone was on the forums and it felt like you were just like connect, like the Oz hip hop forums. So it felt like you were sort of connecting with other rappers around Australia. But that was the way. Like we weren't. MySpace wasn't really popping when we first went on the net like that. So then I saw there was another Scripture.
Oh yeah.
Who I haven't met, but he's a good dude.
Yeah. Is he still? Oh, you don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
actually. I think he does. He does. Yeah. I heard it.
Pop up somewhere.
Yeah, it was cool.
Shout out to Scripture.
And so anyway, I was like, all right. And I think I went through the dictionary or whatever, and I picked Dialect, and that was like 12 or 13, and then I entered like my first battle as Dialect, and there was another dude who was like, I'm Dialect.
And you murked him?
We didn't actually battle each other. He's a real good dude as well.
Yeah.
He Motive.
I've heard many...
Peace to Motive. So, and then we were like, I remember we were like, all right, whoever gets furthest in this battle, I think keeps the name, something like that. Anyway,
And you won?
a name is a name. I don't know if I won that battle.
I've heard stories of you just murking the Adelaide Underground as a young boy, like beating like grown man, just like I don't know. Grown men like 19-year-olds and shit.
Yeah,
when you're 12,
I was 13.
13.
Yeah.
Paint the picture.
Paint the picture.
Tell us about the room, the energy, what was going down, because that's interesting, and like not many people would know that like most people. When I was 13, man, like I feel like I just got good at rapping like 6 months ago. You know what I mean? And you.
I feel the same. I feel like I've got so far to go, but
yeah.
I guess it's the naivety, it's the excitement of wanting to like get involved in rapping. So you just go for it, and it's like. Yeah, there's some footage around. I don't know, the scene. It was just crazy. Everyone was so into it and involved and engaged, and we would, I didn't murk everyone. I definitely copped my share of losses of guys like Purpose. He beat me, a couple times. Yep. Motion would just destroy you always. So it was like that was a given. Guys like Damo. I think I was even in a battle where Trials was in and won. There were. This guy Chase. There were so many different. Shouts to Chase.
Yeah.
There were so many good Eccles. Like there was some different characters, and we all.
It's crazy though.
We were all just like pushing ourselves. Sorry to cut you off.
That's good.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
I'm just gonna say it's crazy that there was such a big scene of like rappers, and there was so many like good dudes who, technically were good at rapping, and we were excited to battle. Like that would have been a crazy energy.
Oh, it was wild, and. You would go into it feeling, you just would have that feeling in your stomach like, oh man, I hope I don't get him first, or I hope he, you would just like...
Have a few little flips ready, or did you just go in like cold?
Come on, man. I wasn't...
Can't reveal the secrets.
I wasn't pre-writing.
Yeah.
There was no writtens.
It was all freestyle.
It was all freestyle, definitely. Like, and everyone, I can definitely say that everyone in Adelaide was just really pushing it. And like, I don't know, I guess there was a culture in Melbourne, of course, and like the rest of the cities, but I feel like even, there was that, like Delta had just won like the Oz versus New Zealand battle, and I feel like there was a real like almost
and
city,
the hoods
city
just blew up crazy.
The hoods just blew up. It was like...
man, like I remember when I was young and shit, and like I just used to because I only went to Adelaide.
Yeah.
That time.
Yeah, right.
When I went with Tom that time. That was the first time I ever went to Adelaide. Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm lying. I broke down in Port Augusta.
Yeah.
When I was like 19 driving from WA to Byron.
Okay.
So I went there for like 30 minutes, but like that was my first time proper. But like I remember when I was young and I like, I was on the Oz hip hop forums and shit, and I just like everyone was always from Adelaide, and I just thought, man, it's like a fucking rap paradise.
I mean, it was fun. It was just like everyone was going for it. The gigs were sick. People got into the battles. Some of the early shows, it was like, Delta would play out, Andy Structure, Terra Firma.
Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, I went to, there was a shop, still is, The Clinic. Shouts to The Clinic, go there. And they used to have like DJ workshops and MCing workshops. And I was like so green to it. Like, I went and I was like, did a workshop with Simplex from Terra Firma, and he was just like, dude, just do your thing, like keep focused, like, and he was real inspiring and motivating, and I'll never forget that image. And Motion was in there at The Clinic, and it was just, it's funny when you think
that's
about
awesome. And now like it's come full circle, because I know that you've run clinics for kids, and I know you were even telling me before like about the person from SA Music or whatever was giving you a kid, not giving you a kid, but like put you in touch with a kid to help mentor him, and he was rapping. So now you're repaying that, and that's a beautiful thing.
Oh, it's sick.
So I want to talk to you about like going over to the States and what you've been doing over there. So was it last year now? 2016?
Yeah, I think it was the end of 2015.
Yeah. You went over to New York, recorded with like Ray West and some other like New York underground like rap legends.
Yeah, like,
I would say.
I mean,
which is pretty big, man. Like for an Aussie rapper to go and do that. So first question, I guess, like whereabouts in New York did you stay? And the second question, how did that come about?
Yeah.
How did you hook up with these guys? And what are your plans to go back there and work with them some more? So first question was...
No, I think I got it.
Cool.
Yeah.
You good, because I couldn't remember. So.
I couldn't remember for a minute, and then I was like, I think I'm piecing this together.
Yeah.
Hold on, you're gonna have to fill me in again. I went. Where was I staying?
Where were you staying in New York?
So
which borough?
I was
Dead ass Timberlands B.
Dead ass Timberlands. I was staying in Harlem this time.
Dope.
So it was like right up top of Harlem, almost near, I think it was like
149th.
I think it's almost near like Sugar Hill, like what is Sugar Hill?
Dope.
Which is kind of crazy. I mean, I wouldn't have been staying there in the 90s or 80s.
No.
So it's kind of like, you see how New York is changing.
Yeah.
Ray West, he's got a label, Red Apples 45, and his studio's in the Bronx in Throgs Neck, which is a mission to get to, but
Couple trains.
Yeah, it's a couple trains.
But you're in New York, you're sitting on the train, you're probably listening to Big L and shit, and you're just like taking it all in.
It's funny, like, when you stay there for a while, like, I would get like, oh man, I've got to catch a couple trains, but like, then you go, hold up, this is what you've always dreamed of. Not catching trains, that wasn't what I dreamed of, but like, so his studio's in Throgs Neck, Red Apple Studio. And
that's big. And Bronx is like obviously the birthplace of hip hop, so then to be making hip hop there, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's just always been my dream. And you did a video with those guys while you were there?
Yeah. So and the connection came because I reached out to so Ray West and AG run the label. Like AG from DITC runs the label Red Apples 45, and we connected because I went there the first time with Despair.
Shout to Spare,
my brother. And we did a song, SA to BX, with D-Flow and Majestic Gauge. And so D-Flow is one part of Ghetto Dwellers, which is a group that AG sort of started with Party Arty, this other guy, rest in peace, legend. And then I reached out to D-Flow, I think it was even on Twitter or something. I was like, I'm a huge fan, we would like to get you on this track. And he was like, cool, like. And then he made the connect, and then we built from there. And Ray was working with D-Flow. So he showed Ray some of our stuff, and then Ray just hit me up like, hey man, you want to do an EP? And I was just kind of like, what? Because like he had just finished, he mixed and recorded Rock Marciano's album, Marsburg. And
crazy.
Like, obviously that was a huge album for me and like a lot of people when that dropped. Like I can't remember.
Yeah, a bunch of dudes that I was hanging with in Melbourne at the time. We're bumping that shit heavily.
Yeah, so like that was...
I didn't know that. That's why this podcast is great, because like from a selfish standpoint, like, you know, you and I have hung out a lot, but like to just sit down without your phone,
and just
without anyone interrupting and just chat is sick, because like I just get to learn things. I didn't know that he did Rock Marciano's shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, Rock made the beats, and I think he sort of, because he had Rock on one of his earlier 45s, and then he kind of helped Rock like record it and get it done. So when Ray said that, I was like, yeah, of course. So the next time I was in New York, we connected, and yeah, like I think it was Thanksgiving or something weird. Ray had me at his family home, like this Italian cook up. He made like the eggplant lasagna, and like AG was there. And I'm not gonna lie, like I was just bugging because AG is seriously
Hero.
You know. Anyone who grew up with me would tell you like I probably bored them to tears with those Show and AG albums because he's just the illest to me, you know, like Goodfellas, Full Scale. Anyone who hasn't heard it, check it. Like, so I just always visualized working with AG, and like
That's crazy.
then we were just at the table and he could pick up. I was nervous, man. He was just like, "You're right," and I was just like, "Dude, I don't know what's happening. Like, this is." And he was just like, "Just chill, dude." And like, so to form like a friendship with someone like that is, yeah, I'm really blessed, man. And then we just made music, and yeah, now we've just kept it going. So hopefully get back there soon, and we got like a few EPs finished with Ray West on production, and yeah.
That's crazy. That shit goes to show you that once again how powerful the human mind is, that you just like literally manifested that out of thin air from Adelaide, and then to just be like at Thanksgiving and him being like, chill homie, it's all good.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, yeah, I definitely believe in that stuff, and I think, I mean, it's also you can't just think of it. You got to put the work in and try and like connect the dots. But anyway, I feel like I'm waffling about me.
No, man, that was awesome. This is about you. This is the Dialect Show. This is the Dialect Show.
I was gonna say, fact check is up. I just wanted that you guys are on combos and want to interrupt.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. The most popular ice cream flavours worldwide on New Zealand scale is vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. But
what?
In New Zealand, the locally invented flavour Hokey Pokey disrupts the global trend.
Wow, that's big. That's like in Adelaide. Farmers Union. I don't know if this is true or folklore, but I'll go with it.
Farmers Union's pretty lit.
Farmers Union iced coffee apparently is the only place in the world that Adelaide where Coke is outsold by iced coffee.
That's crazy.
That's hectic.
By anything, isn't it?
They sell, I mean, probably more than water in Adelaide. I don't know.
Wow.
But more than Coke, which is, I think Coke is like the standard, like in terms of sugary drinks, it's like
the
Coke's
number one seller everywhere.
But in Adelaide, fact check. But
yeah, I'm gonna have a look.
It was crazy when I went up to the Northern Territory. Like, I went up to Maningrida to teach swimming up there with my stepdad because, like, for people that don't know home, people that don't know home, like my
you know, the outsells everything.
Farmers Union.
Good fact checking.
I mean, I wouldn't drink it, but I used to froth on the farm.
Imagine if they bought out a vegan Farmers Union.
Oh, I don't know if that. I don't think that'd go down with the customer base.
No, and
they might be like, I think people want the
but it's
Farmers
2017.
Yeah, but
the Bogans would be like, what the fuck is this shit? First they fucking told us what's in the sausage roll. Now they're fucking doing this.
Yeah. Let's not fuck with Farmers Union.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
I like Farmers Union. You know, I like it. I mean, I don't love it, but I'll have one a year and think, oh, this is alright.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to start any more beef with any, drink companies.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Farmers Union.
And SA, like, they employ people and,
it's good for the community.
It's good for the community. Like, seriously. No, I'm serious, man.
Unemployment's a big deal.
Unemployment's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
People doing it tough in Adelaide, like, closing down Holden, and it's like everything's getting fucked up. So it's like
I've talked to people from Adelaide, and they were just like, in the 90s, like Adelaide is this like bustling metropolis, like theme parks and all this wild shit.
Oh, here's another. It's all fact theme parks. There was some good like Green Hills and fact check this. Apparently, the Rundle Street, which is this district in Adelaide with like
what Queen Street Mall is in Brisbane.
Yeah. Or maybe like a Lygon, or maybe not Lygon. Anyway.
Burke? Is it like Burke Street, kind of?
Rundle Mall is like Burke Street, yeah. And then Rundle Street is more like restaurants and clothing stores. Okay. But apparently, back in the 80s, it was the like most densely populated area of restaurants in the world per capita.
So
there
was some truth to my bustling
Adelaide was bustling.
Metropolis.
We had the F1s. We had the Ferraris.
Still got that
we
one.
had the Ferraris. We had the skirt. We had the Ferraris. We had the F1s. We had it all. We had the chips with the 36s. I don't know, dude. We sold it up the river, man.
All the young people moved away, but you're still there holding it down, but
I'm gonna bring it back.
Gonna bring it back. No, Adelaide's.
No, Adelaide's dope, dude. It's a great city. Good people, good beaches, hikes.
Not only that, you know how, you were there when I was there last, and you guys took me up into the hills to the like secret garden.
Yeah.
Then you look over the city.
Oh yeah, that's Secret Garden.
Secret Garden is some serious shit. Can't tell anybody.
Well, you can't, but let's be honest.
No one watches the podcast.
See,
anyway.
basically, it's like this private bit of land in everyone watches this podcast.
Yeah.
Man. Visualize.
But fully. I just go for the self-deprecation sometimes.
Yeah, I get it. That's my vibe sometimes.
Yeah.
But one time, Secret Garden in Adelaide. It's like this spot that someone with a lot of dough like invested in his own garden, and it's just pimp.
Yeah, it's so nice.
But you're not technically allowed to go there, and it's got like waterfalls and little rock pools.
Oasis.
One time I was there with a girl, and we were hanging out because it's a nice spot to
Yeah,
go
a
look
great
at.
place to take a girl.
Yeah, and like I put my Superman cape on this one time because we were leaving the spot, and this I feel silly even telling this on the public, but let's go.
Let's go. This was about.
But then I heard something, and it was like my thought was it sounds like a dog drowning. Like it was like this, like it was full on. And we were like, what the fuck? It sounds like something struggling to breathe. We ran around, and this dog was in the rock pool, like drowning.
Far.
So I hopped in. I got the dog out. Like I pulled it out. I swear, like it was on its last legs. Like it was done. Like because the rock pool was like.
Oh, and it couldn't get out.
Yeah, so like the edge was there and the water was here, and he was like couldn't lift himself up. So we pulled him out, and I swear, like he looked us both in the eyes, and was like just like thanked me. Like I reckon he was just like looking at me like,
Yeah.
thanks.
That's awesome.
And then
Did he run away?
Well, yeah, like. So
just into the nighttime. Maybe it was like a full ghost spirit dog.
Yeah, it was just like an apparition.
Yeah.
Whatever, like it was.
No, it was probably a real dog. Do you want to? I got a funny dog story.
Yeah.
One time when it's not as like pure as that. one time I have a really irresponsible dad. And, like he's a child. Like I don't really fuck with him anymore. But like when I was a kid, I was like driving with my brother and my dad, and there was just a dog on the side of the road, and he just pulled over and we dog napped it, and then like I was like,
dog nap, is that a thing?
What do you mean?
Like we kidnapped the dog.
And what'd you do with it?
Like just had it in the house for like a week.
Did it have a collar and a?
It might have. And then like we just had it for like I don't know, like a week, and then I think the guilt set in, and then we took it to like a vet or something, and they called the got the chip checked, and then I think Clady just said like, oh, I don't know, this dog just showed up. We're trying to save it, but really,
that's kind of crazy.
Kind of crazy, man. For the week, just need some love.
Yeah, he's not a stable man, my dad.
Dude, my dog, like when I was back at home, he ran away from home, our dog, and we didn't see it for like 3 days, and we were afraid. We called all the pound and everything, couldn't find him, like he's dead somewhere. Like, we got no idea, it's been 3 days. We had this dog for 5 years. And then we're down at the local dog beach, and like my dad was going for a surf, and like just walks onto the beach, and there's some lady just with her dog just walking our dog. And
yeah.
Just like, and she was like, yeah, he's just been hanging at mine for the past few days. She's like, I've been so busy with work, I haven't been able to take him to the vet, but he seems cool. And he was just living at the house, and just was
crazy.
and it was like not even far from our place. And I was just like, as a dude, that's so dog. Like,
yeah.
So
yeah, I like that. I mean,
but I was like, at the same time, I was like, that's cool, man. Like, just having a little sleepover or something.
He was just chilling. One time we had cats growing up.
I like cats. I kind of want a cat, just because they're so low maintenance.
Like, yeah, everyone sort of gets the vibe, like, fuck cats.
One time.
Sorry, go on.
I just get it. This one time, I'm like getting this weird, like, what's it called? Like deja vu now. Every time I go to tell a story, I'm like, did I already tell this on one of the other podcasts?
Yeah.
But I don't give a fuck. You guys can listen to my stories over and over. I don't think I did.
You're the Abe Simpson of podcasting.
Yeah. I am the Abe Simpson of podcasting.
Sorry, dude.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, what was
I can take it.
What was the cat doing?
Oh, just like in high school, there was this girl that I like fully loved, and we were talking about like cats and dogs and shit. And then I was like, yeah, I don't really like cats either. Pretty fucked. And then she was just like, you're just scared of, scared of a cat's femininity and that it doesn't need you and shit. Like, and I was just like, whoa. And then ever since then, I've been like, yeah, fully. Like, some people don't, like with dogs, you're like, oh, come here, and they always come up and be nice. But if cats aren't fucking with you, they aren't fucking with you. And it is kind of like, I wouldn't say intimidating because it's a little cat, but it's like some people don't, some people don't know how to deal with just not having the straight up infection.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Cats are unpredictable. That's the thing. Is that like with a dog, you can either be like, this dog's trying to eat my face, or it's not.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
It's chill. But with cats, like it might be chill, but they just look at you and just like, you
yeah,
it's hard to tell. Like, but if you
sure.
just show love, they're usually cool. But like, like there'll sometimes just be a cat that's just like.
Well, in a lot of like the ancient Egyptian traditions and that cats are like seen as a spiritual and like a very important creature, and like I definitely feel like they're in tune to something because growing up, like our cat was a Russian blue, so it was like a dope, chill cat.
Expensive.
Just like he had the spirit on him, so I was like, you're wicked, and he would just, whenever you were down or if there was a death in the family, man, he knew, like, he would come up and hang with you. So, like, they are annoying sometimes. You're just like, man, I would love dogs are sick. Like, they always want to hang. But cats are, anyway. Cats and dogs, dude? Surely we can do better than that.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's literally what people want.
Yeah.
That's literally what people want. There's a dude smoking a bong right now, watching this going,
cats or dogs?
I fully love my dog.
Cats or dogs? Vote in.
Leave a comment. Leave a comment if you like dogs or cats better.
Upvote cats.
Yeah.
Who's in 2017 still hanging out with cats? Those comments, or like I'm 13 years old and like, and I listen to the Beatles.
I like the Smiths. I use patchouli oil, and I'm changing my name to Willow Flower.
I'm 7 years old and all I listen to is Nas and
Biz Markie is my favorite rapper.
YouTube comments low key are my favorite. Like
I'll put on a video and not even watch it and just start reading the YouTube comments
all the time. They're some people are really funny on there. I gotta hand it to them. Some people are lame. Some people just use the same.
This is a question I want to start asking everyone. What is your favourite cartoon of all time? Are we going Simpsons? Are we going South Park? Are we going Futurama?
Come on, man. I feel a bit offended.
Simpsons.
No, but Simpsons is the GOAT.
True. But you're a man and you have your own idea. So just because Simpsons is the GOAT doesn't mean necessarily that it's your favourite. So,
no, I understand that. And I respect people who... I don't respect people who don't say Simpsons is the GOAT.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like I was listening.
It's like, who else? South Park is amazing.
But they bit everything from Simpsons. Like a lot of the episodes.
Yeah, they did their own thing, but
it's more out there. Like with consistency wise, Simpsons is like if I'm sick, man, it makes me feel good.
Yeah, for sure.
South Park's like something to entertain me, to have a laugh when I'm stoned with it. But like, man, Simpsons is just like dude, I've learnt so much. Like Attila the Hun, there's like episodes like history stuff, like so many things that like I grew up, and then when I see it, I'm like, I learned that from the Simpsons.
And in a weird way, like I never got, because there were obviously kids at school who didn't get to watch the Simpsons, and I was always like, what do you mean? Like every night Simpsons. I had older brothers, so I guess it was just like part of growing up. But there are a lot of dark characters on the Simpsons. Like it kind of prepares you for the real world. It's like.
Fully.
The dodgy lawyer, the drunkard, the dark clown, like Krusty. So it's just like the dopest world. And it's like before The Simpsons, what were people watching? Like the fucking Jetsons?
They're watching
Flintstones, like cool, but
they're watching Cheers.
Cheers.
And Happy Days.
There were some lit shows in the 70s.
Happy Days was hella on the TV when we were kids. And MASH. Let's not go down the MASH. Let's not go down the path. I fucking hate MASH.
I'm just putting it out there. Like some people back in shit, I can't stand it.
No, MASH sucks. Yeah. But I know people I respect who are like mashers to sick. My dad met Hawkeye. Is it Hawkeye?
Yeah, I think so.
He met him in a bar. That's one of Dad's good stories. He met him in a bar in America.
Did you get a photo?
No, it was no like this was like
We didn't
80s.
have phone
This was
cameras
80s.
then.
So he just had a yarn.
Yeah.
You know, like that was his version of a selfie. It's like I had a yarn with
And like
Hawkeye.
it used to be like, yeah, no one's ever gonna believe that I met you.
Yeah,
but now
yeah.
it's just like snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight to the gram. Everybody knows.
But he said-
220 likes.
Said he was a good dude. But yeah, we had American Family on no, is that a show? Sounds
Family American Dad.
No, I do have American Family, but it sounds like a show.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Anyway, we've got American Family, and
Where are they from?
Michigan.
Yeah.
So like my great
Home of the Wolverines.
home of the Wolverines, Fab Five, baby. And but I
Shout out to Jalen Rose. It's gonna be sick one day. Jalen Rose is gonna be on the podcast.
I'm gonna admit I always thought the first podcast I'd be on was a basketball one, but
Yeah. Well, this is semi a basketball one. We
Yeah.
can start talking basketball. I actually want to
so
start.
hold on. Let me just finish.
Sorry.
The Simpsons.
Sorry.
When my family first came, no, hold on. When my American family came to Australia to visit, this was like 1990 or something. I think I was just born, and they were like, brought my brothers these clothes with shirts of Bart Simpson and Homer and that, and they were like, "This is this new show. It's The Simpsons. It's gonna be everywhere." And this was like just as it came out. So we've got all these like original Simpsons shirts, like "Don't Have a Cow, Man."
That's
It's
wild.
sick. So yeah, that's my little Simpsons.
Well,
thing.
like I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast the other day, and they were talking about The Simpsons, and he's like, I think he's like 56 or something, and he
Yeah.
was saying when he was in high school, The Simpsons was on. So it's been on for so long.
Wow. Yeah, and it's like my parents think it's funny. Like they'll quote. It's like
Yeah.
so rad. My folks are into it, and it's
Yeah.
like
That's what helped me. Like, was it like my parents like how you were saying
Yeah.
like kids weren't allowed to watch it. Like my parents were like, this is like teaching you.
yeah,
Like,
this
they're
is like funny. Like
Yeah.
there was never. I mean, my parents. Yeah. Shouts to my parents for letting me watch The Simpsons and lots of other shit.
Yeah, well, also, I've always like, I always explain that I want my lyrics to be like The Simpsons. This is getting some deep Simpsons philosophy, but like, as in
Like
like,
shouts to Morns. You know Morns?
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know him, but I know who he is.
Yeah, he did a Simpsons rap.
That's
And
dope.
It's deep, and you got to just respect
The
how
hustle.
deep you went into the Simpsons game, because some of the references in it, dude, are fucking obscure, and I appreciate it.
Well, the
Because
thing,
it's like I've got the group of friends you're always trying to one up with the Simpsons.
yeah.
Sorry, go on, man. You're
No,
trying
no,
to make
no.
your Simpsons lyrics.
No, yeah, no. Well, like, this the thing is, like, you know, you could have watched a Simpsons episode when you're 10,
Yeah.
and then you watch it again when you're 12, and you get something else. It's kind of like, you know, double entendres with good rap songs. Like, you listen to it, and then you're like, oh, you actually meant this and this. The same with the Simpsons. Like, you can watch it. I watch episodes now sometimes that I haven't seen for a while.
And you pick up stuff.
That you didn't get when you were a kid. It's like they did it was like a 2 layers. Like, it was like for adults and then kids.
That's genius,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I know what you mean. It's like now it's you watch episodes and you're like, this actually totally isn't a kid's show.
Yeah.
So that's where I get if you were a parent who didn't. I can respect it on some level. Like
Yeah.
It's not-
My mum wasn't really trying to let me watch The Simpsons, but
Yeah.
I was just like, Mel, you don't have a say in this.
yeah, you want your raps. You want to write rhymes that are like The Simpsons.
Yeah, just
I
like
that.
an onion. Many layers.
I wore it on the belt.
Yeah.
That was the style at the time. Ape Simpson. All right.
No more Simpsons talk. No, we can keep.
No, that's a
on
good one. What's your favorite cartoon? Simpsons? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't really. I like Futurama, but that's a Simpsons offshoot.
Do you watch any anime?
I like Akira and Ghost in the Shell, and yeah, I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna front like I'm an anime guy, but
Yeah.
I do like it.
I would like to get into it more, but I just never do.
That's how I feel.
I feel like I need to meet a girl who like is
Is into
hella into
anime.
anime, and then she can like put me on.
That's the same with me. You need to meet.
You like
someone.
anime a bit, don't you, guys?
Yeah, I just started today the collection to the original Dragon Ball series.
Oh, dope.
That's kind of what I'm just like. I can't say I'm not like a massive know everything, but watched like a fair bit of Naruto, One Piece, and just been on my Dragon Ball thing at the moment.
Dope. Okay, so what are you planning to put out? You got a few EPs done. Back to the music talk. You got a few EPs done and dusted, recorded. What's your next move? Are you going to put out some singles? Are you going to put out an EP? What? Or you want to keep it a secret?
No. I've got
No secrets.
no secrets. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff in the works. I've got a few EPs with a couple different producers. I'm working, chipping away on more stuff with Masks, stuff with Ray West. There's D&D stuff always there. I've got this new project with one of my good friends, Nate, who's a keyboardist.
Yeah.
My other friend.
He's a crazy musician.
Oh, Nate is the man. Like,
He's
crazy.
got a silky jump shot as well.
He's the best. He's the best. Basketball player. I know. Up there. Well, he's up there.
So, you're saying Nate's better than Tom?
Nah, like. Back to the project. we were,
I didn't want to get you in trouble, but I just wanted to know.
Back to the music. Back to the music.
We
keep it about the music.
Neither of them are going to watch this far.
Nah, let's be honest. Most people probably tuned out at Cats and Dogs, gave their upvote, and bounced.
Close, unsubscribe.
I thought, there's nothing deep to me. It's like the lyrics might sound crazy, but it's Simpsons.
Dude,
Cats, dogs. So
that's literally the beauty of this. Like, you think, like, dude, I don't watch the podcast again. I just talk shit for an hour and then put them out, and then people are like, oh, man, I really like what you're saying, or blah blah blah. I'm like, awesome. That's so awesome that you would even watch me talking for an hour. So like, you think you're just having this like stupid conversation, but like people fuck with it.
It's engaging. I think people. It's like, all right, let's not talk about why podcasts work. So I got this project with Nate and this producer, Onatat kid, Variations of Light.
That's cool, man.
And I'm producing as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When did you start producing?
Well, I've always like made beats, MPC, worked on stuff, but I guess I felt like I want to fulfill that part, that side of me, like step back, that part. So step away from like always feeling like I gotta just focus in terms of the rhymes.
Yeah, it's good not being one-dimensional.
You gotta have multi-layers in this game.
And also then you're not like, because like, just like when I found out I was just rapping all the time, if you're not juicing, then you get bummed. But if you have something else you can go and do, then it helps the other shit. That's why the podcast is good, because like if I'm not feeling like creating songs, I can just create a podcast.
Exactly.
And then like, then you finish a podcast, you're like, oh, I want to make songs.
Exactly.
Same with producing for you, I guess.
Yeah, and so it's like collaboration just is what keeps me inspired and motivated, and just seeing the talent in other people is just amazing. So yeah, that's coming, and it's some interesting stuff. It's it's different. It's on its own.
Are you a Lakers fan? Is that your team?
I'm a Lakers man.
So how do you feel about trading away D'Angelo Russell?
I'm not into it. I'm not a fan. Nah. D'Angelo Russell, his first season was the Kobe show, the farewell tour. Mm-hmm. The next season they were tanking. Mm-hmm. I mean, I understand they're moving him to try and like get cap space to go at a bigger piece, but why not try and like work Lonzo Ball and D'Lo together? They both can handle the ball. Russell can shoot. Yeah. He can shoot better than most dudes, and he's clutch.
And he's like 6'5", isn't he?
Yeah, he's taller than
Lonzo.
He's taller than Lonzo.
What are your thoughts about Lonzo?
I don't know. I'm not like.
I'm almost like I'm not a guy that has like a favorite team or a favorite player, but like I'm almost just jumping on the Lonzo bandwagon. Lakers are my team. Lonzo's my guy.
Join us.
I'm not like at least I'm getting in on that when you guys are watchers.
Totally. I started going for them when they were like. I grew up with my bros' tapes, the Magic Johnson, Always Showtime, back-to-back Lakers in the house. I watched them like hundreds of times. It was borderline insane. I don't know what you'd be thinking as a parent of this kid.
I think you'd just be like, oh, I'm glad my kid's into sport, and like, he loves something this much. At least he's like passionate. At least he's not into like sniffing glue. For sure.
So anyway, like it was like Magic Johnson was my favorite. Basketballer. And so when it was like I was old enough to be like, oh, like what's the team like, what are the Lakers like now? It was like Eddie Jones, Ceballos, I think Van Exel was there,
Mike Finley,
I think Vlade was still there before they traded.
This is pre-Kobe.
So that was like, and I think even Magic came back for half the season.
Wow.
And so
that was like 96
I reckon, and they were so shit. Anyway, then they got dope, and now it's like, now I get when people are like, the Lakers are kind of, oh, you're like fuck the Lakers. Like, they're kind of like the Collingwood or something, right? Yeah. But I don't care. Like, Lakers are trill. Jack Nicholson goes to the games.
The jerseys are sick. Denzel Washington.
Denzel, NWA.
Yeah. Nah,
Dre, like Snoop. Come on,
it's legendary shit.
it's legendary. I'd say the Knicks, but
It's really.
even the cool people who like the Knicks hate on them. So it's like,
I was going for the Knicks, kind of.
Yeah.
But then I'm just like, man, you guys are fucking kooks. Like, trying to trade away like Kristaps, like even talking about it. That's like, because ask anybody about. I was on Kristaps before he got drafted.
yeah, you were.
I was hella on him, like, and people were making Facebook statuses saying, "As you could draft Kristaps." I'm like, you guys are fucking kooks. It's always the people talking the hella shit about basketball on the fucking on Facebook that don't know shit.
I guess New York, like.
I just got real angry.
Yeah, wow.
Well, the fake basketball fans. Nah,
I
it's
mean,
for everyone to enjoy.
Basketball is the world. It's not the world game. That's
Soccer. Soccer is all
it's the
but
world.
like, it
It's
should
my
be.
world. It's my world.
Yeah.
It's my world game.
But
Soccer's dope too. But
Soccer's dope.
yeah, I feel like everyone should. I feel like it's so popular because that period where Jordan retired, and it was like we were all, I remember Nate, who's in the group, my best friend, whatever. He just got Foxtel, so we just used to watch those.
Yeah,
Tape the
Paul
games, he'd bring the
Pierce.
tape, lend it to me, Paul Pierce, KG. But I felt like in that era, people weren't really frothing it as much because it was like the Jordan hype was over.
Well, it got whack for a few years, like 2010, 2011.
Yeah, it was a
kind
bit-
of
yeah.
like when the Spurs. But I love the Spurs. But it's crazy how like with KD going to the Warriors, it's just created like this power vacuum now, and all the
Yeah.
like good players are going to. Like, there's going to be all these like super teams.
Yeah.
Do you think it's good for the NBA or do you think it's bad for the NBA?
Well, I think super teams, I think they need to regulate the cap space, the cap a bit better. I don't know if it's bad. I think it's good for the viewing.
For those that don't know, who are watching at home, the cap
cap.
he's referring is a salary cap. So each team has like X amount of dollars that they can spend on
Yeah.
their team, and then if you go over that, you have to pay like a luxury tax.
and so this has allowed teams to get like the awesome players to make them super teams. But teams have always made super teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
The NBA finals-
Barkley joined Houston in the 90s, and like, Detroit got Mahorn, and like Rodman and that went to the Bulls. So it's always been a thing. I think it's man, why can't people be in the moment and just be like,
It's beautiful.
They're always bitching about something.
Someone's always sooking about something.
Yeah.
Not sooking is a good lifestyle, but the other
Not sooking.
not sooking.
I like that. That's a good name.
The other thing is like, man, like during the NBA finals, that even though the Cavs got pretty smoked, it came down to a couple plays. They could have won a couple more games, but it was almost like watching an All-Star game where they were trying. Like there was so many good players,
And that is amazing. But it's like you trade off your playoffs for like the finals.
I really think the Jazz could do something.
Yeah.
Like they gave it to Golden State pretty good. That's why I think Hayward won't leave.
Maybe.
Do you think Hayward will leave?
Well, didn't his wife go on Instagram and post a picture of like the baby in like a go green top?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
did you see
No,
that?
no.
Gordon Hayward from Utah is like rumored to be traded to Boston, and his wifey got on the internet and posted a picture of the baby in a go green top and then deleted it.
Oh,
It's like, come on,
she nuked the whole
She
setup.
nuked the whole setup.
She should have been thinking, but she just dropped a nuclear bomb. Is he getting traded or is he a free agent? Because his coach, Boston's coached him in college
Yeah, right.
at Butler, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, what else? Should we?
Yeah, we'll get off the basketball talk. Even though I actually want to start a separate podcast, just a basketball one.
I would love, man.
That'd be sick.
Yeah,
I want to start like
I'm actually so basic, man. Like I just like hop in my car, drive to work, listen to guys nerds talk about NBA.
no, that's a beautiful thing.
But yeah, and then I take 4 months.
You're not basic actually, man.
You
Like
take 4 months off from sport. That's my thing, Like I'll take a break. I don't really follow other sports. Like cricket, I like,
Yeah.
but then it's like NBA time. That's my
I used to
time.
follow in other sports and then I got into
It's just too
MMA
hard.
a little
How
bit.
can- MMA, I know you're into that.
Yeah. It's cool.
McGregor and
McGregor and Mayweather in a
Mayweather.
fight.
Well, dude, we talked. Remember that was like the theory in like the first episode with Dossie. We were like, is it gonna happen?
Oh yeah. And now it's happening.
Yeah, I feel like that's just a big like.
Mayweather is the greatest defensive boxer of all time, and he will dance around the ring and not get hit. But
I'm a
who
bit
knows?
paranoid. Like, well, not paranoid. I'm just I'm always suspicious of this stuff because my eldest brother was so funny. I don't know what he was on, but like in the 90s and that, he would always be like, "Man, it's rigged. It's rigged." it's all rigged. And I think this was just as like people were getting like done for like in cricket and that. It was like the dudes were rigging whole games. So he was just like, it's all rigged. So I've always got this part of me that's like, it's all rigged.
Yeah. Well,
And
like,
I feel
people
like
say
we're gonna
that to
make
me
it-
about the NBA. And I just go, please, no, don't let the beautiful game be rigged. No. But it might be, man.
like some-
Did some ref.
Yeah, ref. What was his name? Not Donaghy, was it?
Can you search for the ref's name who got...
Look
he went
up
to
the
jail.
Sacramento. If you watched, he went to jail for bad refing,
No, he went to jail for fixing games.
fixing games. If you look up the Sacramento,
That's fucked up.
the Sacramento Lakers series,
It's
I think it was
fucked up.
2000, maybe 2001. Where
Take
at
a
the
whiz, I'll be back in a
conference-
second. Anyone guys talk amongst yourselves?
Yeah, if you look up the 2000,
Tim Donaghy.
Tim Donaghy, yeah, he
Tim
got done.
Donaghy.
So,
Yeah, in 2007.
but yeah, I just think with McGregor and Mayweather, like, it's gonna be cool to watch. But I feel like
There's
it's,
so much
I feel like
money
it's,
involved that it's like, it's just
I feel like McGregor's done well to get a sick paycheck, and he's just.
happy with that.
I mean, I know that probably people would come at me like, oh, you know, he's passionate, he wants to win. And I'm sure he does, but it's like, he's played everyone and built this hysteria, and like, they've both just got a sick paycheck. But having said that, I'll watch, so
Yeah, exactly.
I'm part of
the
it.
exact same. But
Yeah.
it's like, I know what you're saying, it's so hard because it's like, you know, they're kind of, like you're saying, they just build up this
Yeah.
huge hype around it. It's like, and at the end of the day, no matter what happens, they're both leaving with a fat, big paycheck.
That's
no
right.
matter what happens. But I know the same thing about it, but is that McGregor has so much pride that that's why it's going to be like such a.
yeah. I know, to be honest, I should fall back. I don't know everything about MMA or boxing, so I'll keep my theories
I don't know
to a
shit
minimum.
about it, man.
But I do enjoy, like, I've always checked out the Mayweather fights, and I mean, he is defensive, but yeah, it's interesting. So what's the
Yeah, I'm reading about Tim now.
rigging sports? Have you ever rigged any sports?
No.
That's what a good rigger says.
I've never been that competitive that like,
Yeah.
anyone would care.
Oh, so he was betting on games that he was the referee of.
Smart move. Like, you can't knock the hustle.
You bet on the games you're calling the
Calling the
fouls
calling
on.
the shots, and he's
Fuck, that's so illegal.
You can literally just be like this person's gonna be out in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, because you can bet when you go into like gambling on websites and shit, you can really like on the apps
specifics.
on your phone. There's like certain things,
Yeah.
but when you go onto the actual thing on your computer, it's like you can be really specific. So you can be like, Dwight Howard gets fouled out in the fourth quarter,
Right.
and then like you could just be patting it all again. That's crazy.
I see my mates, like, I don't really get into gambling,
Yeah.
but I see my mates going hard on these weird multis, like Tristan Thompson gets the first rebound, and like, Lake, you know, Cavs up by 7 and halfway through the third, it's just like, holy shit, man. Any way that they can stretch some money out of people, it's like, it's there to be done. But I suppose you can make money, it's part of it. But yeah, rigging it to win.
Yeah. Have you ever rigged anything, Gus?
No, my brother and I nearly were gonna go on the shares of his company.
Oh, yeah.
He knew that like the shares were going up and it's like super illegal, and we nearly did get caught. And he was like, we nearly did it, and then we pulled out like last minute when we were kind of about to get caught. And he bought like $8,000 worth of shares under my name in this bank account. I set up and shit.
I feel like that should.
You're probably letting off too much.
Let's bleep all that out.
Yeah.
I don't want.
It's alright.
That's kinda intimate.
We pulled it out and we didn't do it. But
Oh, cool.
Okay.
we were right on the edge, and then like he's like kind of got the inside word that like he could fully get caught for it and shit. And we like literally like 2 days before we could have
Wow.
got it pulled. And like when I go in there with my bank account and shit now, they're like, oh, you've got like an account set up for buying shares and all this stuff, and they're like, you don't look like the type to buy it. And I'm like, yeah, no, I know what I'm doing. Just like,
The Wolf of Bell Street.
yeah.
It's funny how when you go into different banks, they treat you differently. Like there's a bank out in Laylaw that I go to sometimes because it's near my work. It's like the Hood, and like, man, like I don't have money in my bank account really, and like I walk in there and like in Brunswick, like the people just like whatever. Out there, like they're like, sir, have you ever thought about buying a house? I'm like, there's $34 in my bank account. Like, no, I have not thought about buying a house.
Yeah.
But they're just like, you could buy a nice little...
Yeah,
Just trying to give you that spiel.
I hate how they just send out paper, man, to try and sell you a credit card or something. And it's just like...
I don't want the paper. You're cutting down these trees.
Yeah, cutting down these trees to sell trees. It's a song in itself, but it's just like, come on. Use the internet.
Save the planet.
Save the planet. We can't be...
So I think the last thing I'd like to ask you about, because we're nearly at an hour.
Oh, really? What are we at?
We're at 57 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Goes quick, eh? It's crazy. So
if you're into cats and dogs and Simpsons and Rick
people are.
Sports.
They're some of the best.
I'm into it.
Yeah. So like, you know, you've been vegan for a long time now.
Yep.
How long?
10 years now.
10 years. That's crazy. So like, what is your favorite part of being vegan? And that's a pretty standard question there. But like,
I guess it's,
you know, and like, what inspired you to get into it, and just tell us a little bit about it, because like, you know, a lot of the people that like fuck with me online and shit are vegan. I know that, and like, it's good to educate people. You know, like, obviously people are gonna do whatever they want.
Yeah.
I'm not pushing either way. Like, I'm not vegan, but I was vegan for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And it was sick, man. It's a good thing to do.
Get back on, man.
Yeah.
We'll train up. I think Mike Tyson's vegan.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, at the moment. Something like that. I don't know. I just think, I mean, it's got a funny stigma now. It's like not a stigma, but people online are so like...
I would never hate on
They're so ready
vegan.
to like, everyone's ready to like go at each other and...
Like all those jokes.
Yeah, and all it's like, okay, cool. Like, once you get beyond that, like, immediate reaction response from either side, just like have a think about what you're putting in your body,
Fully.
the direction you want to take things in your life, where the stuff on your plate comes from, how it gets there, how it's killed. If you're if you're comfortable with that spirit and energy, then cool.
Yeah.
You know, but like if you want to consider that, just that's what was big to me, was just being like, because I'm always, you know, I always look to what my favorite artists, you know, do. Like, that's kind of something I love reading up about, whether it's like, what was Prince into? What was Nas doing? Or,
is Nas vegan?
No, not Nas, but that's a bad example. Not bad, but I'm sure he does some Q-Tip, you know, Q-Tip.
Yeah.
It's like Dead Prez.
Yeah.
Drew at one point.
RZA?
So like Jizza as well.
Yeah.
So like a lot of these artists, especially Dead Prez, because they have the song Be Healthy. And I remember hearing that as a kid, being like, whoa, and they were just straight to the point. It's like guys like C-Ray's Walls as well, like Def Jux. So I'm always interested in like what the artists I look up to are doing around just the music.
That's what I wanted to ask you, because you might influence some kids.
To create something. And like, so for me, it was like an Erykah Badu. I just saw these interviews
with
and things.
Positive energy.
Yeah, and they just had a nice energy, and like the way they broke it down, and then it was like, oh, no wonder I dig the music, and like it's got this nice connection, and they really just broke it down on a health level, and the factors on the environment, and on a, if you believe in that or you don't, just the energy, spiritual level of like what you eat. And now there's so many studies now. It's like the gut and so everything. Your bacteria is connected to your brain and what you create. So
apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, I mean you can say you throw too much into that and maybe it's true, but it's just like you see the way, you know, if you smoke weed or if you drink alcohol, like it has an effect. You know what I mean? So it's like what you put in your body has an effect, and like.
Well, that's what we are.
Yeah, that's what we are.
So, are there any books or movies that you would like to recommend to anybody out there that's, you know, thinking about maybe making the plunge to become a vegetarian?
Plunge.
You know, it is a plunge for
it's
people.
A plunge. No, I shouldn't laugh because
it's normal for you, but.
No, because when I first went, like, not to sound like I was the first vegan, I wasn't, but when I was first getting into it.
There wasn't like restaurants.
There was one restaurant and then the Hare Krishnas. Yeah. And like.
The Hare Krishnas make delicious food.
Hare Krishnas, shout out to the Hare Krishnas, man. Like, you know, they brought like a lot of positive impact to the world in the West, and the food is amazing. So when I was first getting into it, it was really like pretty fringe. It was like no one was talking about it unless you knew someone, and then they shared a book and they were talking to you about it. Whereas now there's so much info. It's like, guys, just go online.
Google
like, Forks Over Knives is a cool doco.
Yeah.
Because I think it's not so like, it's just very...
Because some of them are quite like confronting.
Yeah, so like Earthlings is a confronting one, like Joaquin Phoenix, if you want to get like shocked into it. Cowspiracy is more like everyone sort of knows about that. That's a good one. But yeah, Forks Over Knives is cool. If you're looking for just some info about like the health side, and maybe check that. And Meters for Pussies, John Joseph, he's like a hardcore Cro-Mags. Hare Krishna dude as well.
Yeah.
But Meters for Pussies is a classic one. Excuse the title. He did it. He directed it for people.
For tough guys.
You know, because there's a big, you know,
stigma
about it. And it's like, yeah, I wanted to be like that as well, rapping. I want to be like, hey, you can be vegan and like you don't have to be like full fire toiling.
Peace, man.
Yeah, you can listen to Mobb Deep and rest in peace Prodigy.
Rest in peace Prodigy.
So it's like, take and just see for yourself. That's all I can. How you feel.
Yep.
You can read and theorize as much as you like. It's like talking about exercising or being in love or whatever that is. It's like, yeah, you can talk about it and think about it, write about it all you want, but until you're involved in it, it's like you have the personal connection. So give it a shot. I would say just try 2 weeks. Eat the right things, whole foods. Like don't fast food it.
Don't just eat bread.
Don't just eat bread. Like eat your greens, your fruits, vegetables, juice, and just give it a crack, man, and see how you feel. And if you feel...
Leave a comment, tell us.
Yeah, leave a comment.
Hit him up on Twitter. What's your Twitter?
Dialect 108.
Your Instagram?
Nelson.dialect.
Facebook?
Nelson Dialect. And hit me up, because I've put posts out and I've said, like, not preaching. If you want to learn recipes, we'll share, we'll go train, we'll do shit. Because I think it's important that we're health conscious going ahead in this life. Because that's like your one sovereignty you have.
That's all you have.
Like, and being health conscious helps our communities and helps us helps us be aware and like.
Definitely, especially when everyone, you know, I think that's why I wanted to ask you about these things, because like, you know, a lot of rappers just put out this like super like leaned out Zannies thing, so it's good to like show the kids that there's another side, because I've been on both sides of it. Like I'm pretty healthy right now, but I've been on the like, you know, I was addicted to Xanax and shit, and like smoking hella weed and shit, and like I definitely feel a million times better. And like I always thought that I needed stuff to like, if I did drugs and shit, it would make me cooler and it'll make me, you know, that's, you know, honestly, like, because like all my favorite rappers rap about it and shit. I even have a line on that new song of mine, The Chronic, where I'm talking about like Future had me fucked up off a crazy verse, because I was just listening to Future and running around eating Xannies. But like, you know, that's why it's important to be honest with the kids and say like, you know, you don't need to get caught up in all that. It's cooler to not be you know, fucked up eating Maccas.
Yeah, dude. And like, that's being honest, and we were all influenced by music we listen to. It's like, that's how deep music is. It like has a big impact on you mentally, on your consciousness. So of course it's going to have an impact. And I'm not trying to be, that's why I rarely talk about it. It's not because I don't want to feel like I'm pushing that agenda.
No, not at all.
Like if anyone,
but I brought it up.
Yeah, and if anyone's curious,
hit me up and
we'll talk. So it's like, you don't have to go all out.
Yeah,
getting messed up, and you don't need to. You can be focused
and you'll probably be happier for it in the long run. Yeah. But you know, like we were saying before, if partying's fun as well.
Partying's fun too, and like I've definitely grew up over partying and shit. So it's like
you've seen both sides.
Yeah, not like.
Man, this is such a fresh jacket, but I know I said it to you before, but
yeah, it's a nice one. I had to get it. I was actually before a trip overseas, which was kind of stupid because I was going to New York and I was like, I'm gonna buy a winter jacket there, but I saw it in Sydney and I was like, I'm not gonna buy a jacket in New York. I was like, this is my jacket for the trip.
Were people in New York feeling it?
Yeah. That sounded so lame.
Last thought that I had about everything that I wanted to get out, and you're talking about like 149th. I actually met my first ever like proper long-term girlfriend in New York on 130th and Broadway.
Oh really?
Yeah, and first kiss was in Central Park. Shout out to Amarindi.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
That's pretty
so
special.
Like I feel like pretty connected to New York. I need to get back there.
Yeah, it's weird. You grow up listening to so much music from New York, and like you do have this bizarre. It's like you've seen it in all the movies,
Yeah.
TV shows. So it's it's weird that it's so ingrained in our consciousness. It's like before we even go there.
NYPD Blue and shit. I always just like wanted to listen to It Ain't Hard to Tell on the subway in New York.
Oh.
And I did it, and it's a great experience.
It's a good
It's like a religious experience for a rap
Hell
nerd.
yeah, dude.
Yeah. So is there anything else we need to you want to talk about or anything like that?
No, I think I've
done
said it all,
Said
man.
it all. Cool.
Just upvote cat or dog.
Cattle dogs. Hit him up.
Hit me up.
And check out his music and check out his new music.
Yeah.
We'll put your description for your Twitter and Instagram and everything in the description.
Shouts out to everyone.
Thanks so much,
Thank
man.
you for having me on, man.
No worries.
Shouts
Indoor
out.
Outdoor episode 7 done. Peace.
Do I have to hop up?